So NIS America is hoping to add another banger JRPG game to their catalog, which is going to be Reynatis. Now, I've been seeing Reynatis a lot as recently on Twitter. I didn't look too deep into it, but with today's video, I actually want to sit down with you guys and talk about Reynatis and show like, damn, we are really getting a lot of JRPGs this year. So after doing a little bit of research, come to find out, so we have NIS being the publisher, and we have Furyu Corporation being the overall developers of Reynatis. And after seeing some of the things, like we had Trails Through Daybreak come out, we have YSX Nordics coming out as well in this fall, and now we have another JRPG coming out in fall. So overall, when it comes to JRPG games with this anime aesthetic, like we're talking about the same people that did Disgaea, which would be one of my favorite series from when I was a child. And they have this overall design and overall look to it. And I actually want to, sit down and talk to you guys about Reynatis. There is an official announcement trailer. I'm going to watch 2 trailers with you guys, because overall, we got to talk about this, because overall the game looks great. I have a couple of gripes just from watching some of the bits, like the voice acting, but I will get to that. Like, the overall art looks phenomenal. Like, these are our 2 main protagonists, Marin and Sari, definitely showing the dynamic between the 2. That's one thing I like about storytelling in a lot of games, is that I like that he has this fiery, red, aggressive type of nature to him. Like, he's basically fighting oppression, essentially, since in this time period, this is present day Shibuya, Tokyo. And the woman, she's the icier, colder, more laid back, a little bit more timid, but she is also, from what I've seen of the read or about her character, that she has this like, it looks like it's going to be a revenge story for her, but I'm gonna let it play out. And how the story is also taking place like in, like, this is all definitely has to be in-game engine. And what's pretty funny is you actually have to, I'll explain some of the gameplay after, because you have to go to the official website to look at it, but overall it doesn't look too bad. My only thing is the animation of the lips when characters are talking. Now, what I do like, and here's a little side snippet history, not even history, silos snippet story. So Furyu Corporation is actually based in Shibuya, Tokyo. So it gives them a little bit of extra leeway when it comes to the overall art designs of Shibuya, Tokyo. They have prime material right in front of them, since they are currently working in Shibuya, Tokyo as well. And one thing that I've noticed about just looking at the overall art direction, like, this definitely fits some of the other games that NIS America has published. Like, they all have a general art style or like format, to say the least. It, like, when I overall look at this Reynatis, it gives me this look of like Shin Megami Tensei, like those type of games. Like, I can get that vibe just by looking at the art. It definitely looks like, and I don't want to say like, oh, like how people looked at Rise of Ronin, like, oh, this looks like a PS3 game. Like, it, when I look at this, it reminds me of a PSP game. But there's no shade when it comes to that, because in my opinion, PSP was by far the best handheld known to mankind, and it was ahead of its time, in my opinion. And it looks good. Like, I come from a time where graphics didn't look the greatest, but this, it feels like they're focusing heavily a lot on just overall storytelling. I actually like the way this looks than the way the visuals look, because these trailers, you're gonna notice is that it's more story heavy trailers with a side bit of gameplay. But the gameplay, from what I'm seeing here, looks like it's being taken place inside of the said game. So it's not like they crafted a trailer that feels like they're playing the game. That's what I get the vibe from watching this trailer.
見せてくれよ
But this right here, the combat, this is what I actually like. The weaving in and out. Ooh. So from what they call that weaving in and out, or the slow motion or the cinematic scenes, it is essentially switching. You can switch between suppression mode and liberation mode. You can do that in between battle, like real time swapping. How that would affect you, of course, we don't know yet, but overall, it just looks badass. Like, look at him weaving, bro. This shit looks cold, bro. It looks overall cold. And it seems like you could play interchangeably between each of the characters. Or you could probably choose from the beginning, essentially. But when we look at their overall like website, so the story is present-day Shibuya, Tokyo, magic exists. So we have Marin Kirizumi, which is a wizard who is seeking power, while you have Sari Nishijima, who is an officer who seeks an orderly world where magic is regulated. The two meet, wills of fate magic to return. And this is where I was going on earlier about the duality, essentially, or the dynamic, and I can't wait to see how the story takes place, because you can already just tell that these two have a story to be told just by looking at them. And that's what I love about JRPGs. Like, no matter what, the stories are always beautiful and always amazing overall. Essentially, like, Marin is a man who is trying to gain power and liberate himself from oppression. Like I said, in this world, magic does exist, but it's kind of like illegal to utilize magic, and you'll be apprehended, essentially. And then Sari, who is on the other side of that coin, somebody who is behind the scenes, like, not well behind the scenes, somebody who is essentially that person who does the apprehending, wants a world where magic and non-magic users or something of that nature can coexist with each other. The duality of man, essentially. So the only issue is, one of her big story arcs, that what they say right here is that her sister was killed by magic. So that may stir up some problems with her down the line, storyline wise. And that's where I just feel like this game is going to shine a lot. But the overall system, you'll be swapping between two. You have your overall combat, then you have your overall exploration. So during combat, like I was saying, like how you seen in the video where they were, you know, switching in and out, going slow motion to real-time attacking, essentially that is suppression mode and liberation mode. So you can switch between suppression and liberation, and which will allow you to do many different cinematic attacks. Then while you're out about exploring Shibuya as a whole, you will basically enter suppression mode, which hides your true identity, which, if you notice, the main character had a hood over his head. And if your magic is discovered, so if you kind of like, it reminds me of a lot of other games where you're not supposed to do said thing, or you'll get caught, but essentially you'll get apprehended. From what I'm gathering, the same people that our second protagonist is a part of, Sari Nishijima. Overall, the game does release in September 27th for North America and Europe as well. It is going to be on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and as well as PC. So I definitely can't wait to hop on that on PC. It is an action RPG game. My only gripe, and I feel like I can kind of, like, me personally, I can push it away. My only gripe is that, man, the voice acting was so good, but it just feels like they definitely could have done better with the lip models. But most of the time, we can look past that. It's okay. The voice acting was great. I did read on a article that there are going to be no English dub, so the game will only be in Japanese with English text only. That was probably, I don't know, same on time or something. I don't know the full reason. I have to recheck out that article. But overall, Reynatis, it looks good. I definitely can't wait for it. I've been seeing this a lot on my Twitter feed, and now that I fully dug in and now it's on my radar, I'm actually pretty hyped for September. I need some action RPG games. Definitely, of course, anybody who's on this channel, we love our ARPGs, any RPG really. So, well, I want to know what you guys think about Reynatis. It's definitely something I personally can't wait for. They did drop a trailer as of yesterday, so I want to watch that, and let's just go a little bit over some of the story bits.
現実と幻想をつなぐ力。ここはその狭間だ。
渋谷の空気は魔力に満ちている。
ルブルムがある限り悲劇の連鎖は断ち切れない。
白いカラスなんていねえのさ。
ホールへようこそ。
Yeah, like if you look at how they speak, it just seems off. It's kind of like it reminds me of PSP days or something. I don't know. That's like my only gripe, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
うまい話で丸め込んで野良魔法使いをギルドに誘う。
あいつをぶっ倒せば名誉回復どころか出世確実だな。
Now, my only thing that I would like overall wish, and granted, the game's kind of like now like fully set out. I need them to drop me either a beta or something. We need to get more gameplay because even with this trailer, the two trailers are very story related, which I get it. This is a brand new IP. This is no sequel. This is a brand new game just dropped in front of us. It is being, like I said, it's added to the NIS America catalog for what games that they're publishing and funding. And Furyu Corporation has made plenty of games. I kind of just looked at the entire list of the games they made. They've been making games for quite some time. So overall, like I could see where they're going. They're trying to get players into the story, which I like the concept of the story, but I would definitely like to see a little bit more gameplay just so we can get a better idea like what this combat system is and what makes this ARPG a little bit different than others.
何を見てるの？
テストかも。このモンスターに勝てない奴はギルドにはいらない。生き延びてくれさえすればギルドは仲間として歓迎します。
さあ始めよう。アルザラム。お前たちの戦意を見せてもらおう。
館内に不届き者がいるようです。
レプリカ風情が何を言うか。
楽しいことだけしていたい。
その血をよこしなさい。
Like, looking at the gameplay, like it's not bad. Like it's a little bit, but like I would like definitely like an overview or something, because like if you look at how this man is talking, so I'm gonna rewind back. Just pay attention to how this man is speaking. That's my only gripe. Like he's talking, this man is going ham right now. Like whoever his voice actor is literally going in right now. But the character he's voice acting, the expression, it's hard for me to feel it. And that's one thing about storytelling that like sometimes it always comes down to the person or character or whoever, the way they portray that emotion like makes you really feel what they're feeling and like that whatever emotion that they're feeling. It's hard, like it's a little bit of a disconnect sometimes, but that's just my little tidbit. Most people might have something different. I'm a huge story guy, so I really like to feel like the emotions coming. Like I can feel it in the voices. It's just the character just doesn't seem like he's connected with said voice actor.
大切なのは事の真相より組織。あなた洗脳されているみたい。不思議、怒りも悲しみも全然消えてないや。
俺このバカ野郎の身元バレないように消してやりたいんで。
嫌なことは全部捨てちゃえ、忘れちゃえ。やだ、ダムドになっちゃいや。
君が心配でね。君の自己中心的な言動が世間にどう受け取られるのかなって。これが孤独。想像以上だな。
Reynatis. It even gives me like a Final Fantasy vibe too. Like there's a given problem in the world and now it's up to our main protagonist to like figure it out. It definitely seems like it's drama filled essentially. So I can't wait for that. And of course we're coming off of games like Stellar Blade and stuff like that, like the brand new IPs, action RPGs, and they're just bangers. And I actually have good intentions for Reynatis to actually be good. And I want it to be good. We need more action RPGs out there that are like at a higher tier quality than your simple Souls like bring back, you know, the good old days of like Ninja Gaiden or Devil May Cry, like those games. Like, it's not, it can be a Souls-like. Anybody remember Ninja Gaiden playing it on the hardest difficulty and it feels like you want to unalive, like you want to just go whisked off into the wind? I want to see more about Reynatis. I'll keep it on the radar. Any other new information regarding Reynatis, I will either be tweeting about it or I'll be making another YouTube video. So definitely follow me in the socials and the link below for sure. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you want more RPGs, you know, more discussions, more gameplays, reviews, and first impressions. Like the video if you're pretty much hyped for Reynatis. I am. From what I've seen, like I said, it drops September, so we got our official release date. Can't wait to see what actually gets added to the catalog as a whole. I want to know what you guys think about it. And as always, stay safe out there. And it's been your host, KICTV, here at Chaotic Inc., signing out. Peace.